Okay, before we do the review, I just thought I'd show you Scotland, where I live, and what we've got today. It's 28 degrees today. Now, usually if there's a 2 and an 8, there's usually a decimal point between them in Scotland. It is absolutely roasting. So I picked today to come out and test a boat. Yeah, so I've got a lovely lock in here. The only thing is I'm coming around this side because all the reeds and everything are over there. It'll probably snag it up. But there's some testing bits here for it, so should be good. And I can stand in the water and just enjoy myself, really. I was supposed to do a bit of reviewing as well. It's a JJRC boat. Now, I didn't know JJRC did boats. I've got 2 or 3 boats now, and I actually quite enjoy them. When I first got them, got the first one, I thought, what the heck would I want one of these for? I fly. There's nothing going to beat flying. It's just a different RC experience. Really good fun. It comes complete, ready to roll, and the little stand as well. Now again, first time I got one with a stand, I thought, oh, what a waste of time. But actually you really can't put these things down without sort of damaging something, the rudder, or you can have the bits at the back or the prop and everything. So the actual stand does a really good job, really nice. Nice small boat, and simple control as well. The control is, we've got trims on the control as well for throttle and for steering. So if it's not going dead straight, you can adjust it, and if it starts to move as soon as we touch the water, you can turn the throttle down or up. You've got your throttle controls here, so this is forward, backwards, and backwards is never really good with these things. I must admit, I've tried it a few times, but it really doesn't work. It tends to flood them quite a bit. Now, and I'll run through the internals on the boat in a minute. We've got our on-off switch here, and you get a little red LED come up there, and then it will bind up automatically, which I'll show you in a second as well. And then our steering is a right and left as well. You need 4 AA batteries, and it doesn't come with them. That's the only thing it doesn't come with. The instructions for it are very good. I'm quite impressed with those, but JJRC do seem to do quite good instructions. Nice and clear and nice and simple to use. But the boats are really simple to use, but that doesn't take away any of the fun. They're usually awesome, and I'm hoping I'm not going to be let down with this one. I literally haven't had it in the water or tested it at all. And here we go. So we're going to just pop it open. So that gets into the first bit, and that's not waterproof, that bit. The next bit's waterproof, so just pop these all round to the unlocked position. And then, like I say, this is the actual waterproof seal here. So this stops the water getting in. We've got a little lip that runs around just there, sort of thing, and then there's a little rubber seal there, sort of foam rubber seal, and that's what actually keeps it sealed up. You've got a 600 milliamp hour 2-cell battery there with 25C draw in it, and I've always found them absolutely fine, whatever they are. And the boats tend to run for a nice long time. Again, hope I don't get bit in the bum with this talking about this. It's water cooled as well, so it takes the water in, goes around the motor, keeps it cool. You connect it up, and there's a warm warning it gives you in the instructions saying don't connect it up around the wrong way. You really shouldn't be able to, because the pins are only works one way, and it's handed as well. So, and it clips into position like that. There's no on and off switch with it, and it only goes live when it touches the water. Apparently, I haven't tested it yet, so it better go live. I've charged the battery up, and there's a little plastic thing there. I've never come across this before on my other boats. There's a little sort of plastic bit there, but it's properly moulded in, so obviously it's for some sort of protection. Pop that all back together. Make sure it is seated in properly there, and you can actually feel it. It just goes really nice and tight then. Lock them off, and they really do click into position, as you can hear. And then the top one goes on. And this will probably help us. It's a self-righting boat as well, and we'll show you that when we get into it. There we go. So there's no waterproofing with that at all, so you will get water ingress in that bit there, sort of thing. So I'm going to hop down into the water and disturb it. Look, we've got damselflies, we've got dragonflies, we've got everything. Oh, the water's warm! Gee whiz. We've got newts, little newts going off over there, frogs, everything. All sorts of wildlife here. So I'm going to pop that on for you. As you see, beep beep, and then it should bind up automatically, because we're already connected. Now if I press the throttle, absolutely nothing happens until we put it in the water, and then we're off. There we go. And we get a warning that we're all connected up and ready to go. So you've got nice and slow controls, which I'm hoping will change. Yep. Oh, that is cool. It's going through those reeds, no problem at all. Well, I don't know what the speed is, but that is not bad. You certainly let a little one have a go. The granddaughter's going to love this. Yeah, and you really can't sort of oversteer it either. Whoa, it does get a bit of a shift on. Yeah, not the fastest. I've got faster boats for sure. I've actually got slower ones as well, which I've let the kids go with before, the grandkids, but this one seems pretty good. So it's going to be a job to get it to turn over. No, it really won't turn over. Oh, there we go. Now, you see, this is where you shouldn't run it into a bank, because you then need to get it out, and you really need to go forward when you're getting out. As you saw there, let me show you what happens when you're in... whoops, we've got a bit of reed stuck in there as well. When you've got going forward, there we go. If you go backwards, it really doesn't do much. You just have to come backwards slowly. Yeah, it really doesn't do a lot. I've never had a boat that does work, any of these type of boats. Pick it up, press the throttle, and absolutely nothing happens. So let's see whether I can invert it. There we go. And all you do to get it back up the right way is just literally put the throttle. There we go. Just go forward on the throttle, and it does it. So I'll just show you that again. So like that. So you just literally, oh, a nice little rainbow too. Oh, I'm easy pleased, me. You literally just pump the throttle, and that just gets it going. A range, what the heck would you want range on this thing for? That's pretty much far enough, I would say. I've no idea. What's that, 40, 50 meters, I suppose? Yeah, probably easy. Actually, I'll take it out to that post, and then what I'll do is I'll Google Earth it, and then I'll have a look at that post. Yeah, that's out to the post, as long as I don't donk it. Oh well, we laughed. It's nice and fun. Very difficult to get it to invert, to be honest. It's not like some of my other ones. I would imagine if the water is rough, which we never have rough water up here, I would imagine it then goes over, but then you could just recover it, as I showed you. Yeah, it's nice, really nice little boat. More aimed at kiddies, I would say. There we go, it does pretty good stuff. Yeah, definitely more younger people, I would have said. Yeah, is there many people that aren't younger than me? I know into RC. And if you keep the throttle on, it just seems to lift it up on a hydroplane just slightly. It's not a lot. Way, there we go. That's the tightest turn I could get it to do. It does turn tight. Really nice. There we go. So I've given that a good few minutes run. Oh, and that's, hey, well that was good. They did say you get a beep when the actual battery's running low, and I did think it was going just slightly slower, but not a lot, to be honest. That's really good point on it. I haven't opened it up, so I'm just going to see how we go. I'm going to turn off that transmitter because it's going to do my head in. Even on a beautiful day like today, you wouldn't think you could get anxious, would you? There we go. So like I say, that isn't waterproof, so there's loads of water in there, and this is the test one here. If there's water, loads of water in here, then obviously I would consider this a fail. So I'm tipping it. There's absolutely nothing coming out, which is rather good. And there we go. Oh no, just nothing. I mean, just literally a tiny bit's got in there. But yeah, 2 or 3 drops. I've had way more expensive boats than this with a lot more water in there after you've given it a really good run. Obviously the water will get in through the seals somewhere or other. And what I tend to do is, while I've got the battery on charge, pop this into the airing cupboard of shame, usually on the stand, up at the top there, and it just dries everything out in there, all the electronics if they've got wet, but it is fully functioning as well, sort of thing. So I'm pretty impressed with that. That worked pretty well for what it is. It's not an expensive boat, and I'll put links down in descriptions. If I can find any things like spare batteries or any codes or anything for it, I'll pop them down in there as well. So if it's something you fancy, or you fancy for your kids or your grandkids, then not bad at all. This has protected it. I've hit the bank a few times. There's absolutely no marks on it as yet. If you go over gravel, obviously you will do that. I do highly recommend you put this on, and it comes with this as well. I actually glued mine on because it's just slightly loose for me to go in there. I'm sure it would have been fine, but I just popped a little bit of super glue and it absolutely worked fine, so no problem at all. I'll put down the how long it takes to charge, and also what the fun time we had actually batting it around on the lock here. Hope you've enjoyed the review, and the wind's picking up, but oh, it's a beautiful day, no midges, bright sunshine. We love Scotland. See you in the next one.